All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm coming at you guys from a different atmosphere right now. I'm actually skiing out in snowboarding out in California. But big news broke today. That is that Jaguars have cut like 5 different players and 4 really important ones. Right tackle Jeremy Parnell, safety Tashawn Gibson. They cut running back Carlos Hyde, and they also cut defensive tackle Malik Jackson. And then they also like cut Carson Tinker and like extended Overton, whatever. But yeah, to go over the main guys, and I'm actually not surprised by this at all, because these guys were all actually guys that in my prediction video when I was predicting different cuts, those are 4 out of 5 of the guys. And the one that I also thought that hasn't been cut yet is Blake Bortles, but I think if they cut him after June 1st, they save about I think they save about $9 million of cap space. So, you know, that's the reason why I don't think they pulled the trigger on that yet, just because that's a lot of money. But I mean, basically with these moves, the Jaguars went from $3 million to $30 million like dollars of free cap space or whatever. So we got money that we can be, pretty aggressive. I hope we're not too overly aggressive, but I guess to kind of go over some of the guys. Carlos Hyde, what a failure this was. We traded him for a 5th round pick in the middle of 2018 because we were, all of a sudden we were like, oh snap, like what's going to happen with this guy? So we cut him, we traded him for a 5th round pick. The guy was just a terrible locker room kind of guy. Like there was one point where Doug Marrone said that there was somebody who would refuse to go into a game, and then so they handled that internally. But there was one game where literally Carlos Hyde, we're like, why isn't Carlos Hyde getting any carries? In the very next game he was inactive. So I'm pretty sure he's around with that. But we basically just gave up a 5th round pick. We don't save that much cap space, only like 3.5 million. So we're gonna probably look to get a free like a cheap free agent running back and free agency, and probably draft the guy maybe between the rounds of like 3 or 4, but we'll see. Next, safety Tashawn Gibson. I had a feeling when they signed extended Jared Wilson that with the cap space, we've seen like $9 million with Tashawn Gibson getting cut. So that's a pretty decent amount of money. And then I can see Jared Wilson started. I'd be interested to see if we can get one of these guys, because that's a pretty good safety market right now. Maybe like with Eric Weddle, see how much it is to rent him on like a 1-year deal or something like that, and then have Jared Wilson back him up. It gives you the flexibility of, you can draft a safety in this year's draft if the value hits, but if not, you got enough guys. But that's with Tashawn Gibson. We'll see kind of what comes out from there. Next, Malik Jackson. I mean, he was a backup. We saved I think like over 10 million or something like that with him. We have a lot of money wrapped up in the defensive tackle group with like Marcel Darius, Avery Jones, Taven Bryan. I imagine he's going to play more interior stuff, and you got to get rid of somebody. Then he didn't have enough snaps to the amount of money that we were paying him. And lastly, right tackle Jeremy Parnell. The guy's just got a lot older. The guy's extremely slow on his feet. I imagine we're going to run some RPO stuff with potentially Nick Foles. I know some weird stuff came out lately about that, but he's just he's pretty good at like power blocking, but when it comes to like getting in space, like D4 for example, when there's any kind of speed rusher like that, they get killed. But yeah, those are kind of going over the cuts. We saved a lot of money, and then early next week free agency starts. So yeah, big news coming out with the Jaguars in that end. And if anything else happens, I'll keep you guys updated. Peace.